we are on the way to day 1 of Miss Washington, USA. I just got to the hotel and now I'm gonna go downstairs and peek into optional rehearsals for our contestants today.
What's going on, Danny?
Bad news, everyone. My laptop disk is full, so I can't turn it on and export the Idaho USA vlog, and it's stressing me out that I can't get to a Genius bar until after this whole pageant. Oh my gosh, I always have my laptop, and now I have anxiety, and I cope by like singing and dancing and napping.
Sing us a song, Danny.
I'm gonna get a copyright strike.
Do 15 seconds of I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Hakuna Matata.
Okay, Hakuna Matata.
Trying to sing Lion King, I'm crying. Everybody look left. Everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing spotlight. Something, and then they're like da 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 da. We'll do it all my way. Yeah. See, singing makes you feel so much better.
Opportunity here to make an impact on the world, to take what you gain here and really step into your role as leaders within your community.
I don't have any PhD, but you can create one, because this is our characteristics in life. P stands for patience. We need to have patience, right, to be successful. H is humility. Humility, even though you have your crown or your rage, you should be humble all the time, because life is very temporary. D as a discipline. So we have to have also discipline to ourselves. Without these characteristics in life, we'll never be succeeded.
And I decided to give USA a try one time, but it always scared me. And I don't know if any of you are feeling like that right now, where you look at the women on Miss USA and at Miss Universe, and they look incredible, and they're so well spoken. And I always looked at those women, and I looked up to them, and I thought, I could never be like those women. So I'm so proud that all of you are here this weekend, just taking that first step, like crown or not, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's something that's gonna serve you in every area of life.
It's pageant day and the girls are all on stage right now practicing for the opening number dance and their introductions, and then later tonight is going to be interview. Remember, if you're watching on a mobile device, screenshot this episode, post it in an Instagram story, and tag me at Danny Walker with your thoughts. Let's go see what they're up to. Yay! rehearsals, so I snuck outside to get an early lunch.
Did you do like running start or anything?
It is time for contestant interviews. So bus right there. Sorry. That's hilarious. It's pageant day, and we're all leaving back to the venue.
Like that too, but I don't want to upstage Danny.
If you are given a magic wand, that can solve any problem in the world. What kind of problem would you like to solve and why?
About 4 years ago, my uncle had passed away due to a sudden heart attack at the age of 37. And every single male in my family has some kind of heart issue or some kind of health issue as well. And I believe that no other family should go through the same thing as I did. And that is exactly why I partnered up with the American Heart Association to make CPR a high school requirement and donated over $3,000 to the AHA to prove that American Heart Association can really help save lives. And unfortunately, the United States is the #1 country of obesity. And as Miss Washington and as a future molecular biologist, I would love to come to a conclusion of that. And having that magic wand, I would love for that to disappear.
There are many pros and cons to social media. How do you plan to use it to make a positive impact?
While I do see both the pros and the cons, I believe social media is great for communication skills. I have friends all across the country that I'm only able to communicate with through social media. And as your next Miss Washington Teen USA, I would use social media to promote my platform, Growing Into the Light, which spreads awareness for drug-dependent babies. Growing up, my best friend was one of these children, and so many people didn't know what that was like, growing up with this struggle. So if I can spread awareness and make this an issue we're talking about, I know I will be successful.
What do you think is the most pressing issue facing teens today?
Well, I think one of the most pressing issues facing teens today would have to be mental health. Personally, I'm an advocate of mental health. As on student council in my school, I was part of the mental health advocates. And I think that's very important to start conversation in schools. And as your next Miss Washington Teen USA, I would make sure that mental health is one of my priorities to speak to children and also teens my age.
What does having it all mean to you?
To me, having it all really means leaving an impact on others. I believe that teens in my generation have really went forward with the hashtag and movements while supporting each other. And to me, that is really having it all. Putting your all into everybody else and being happy together.
What do you feel is a weakness of yours that you can use to empower others?
I have struggled with anxiety and depression as a little girl, so much so that I pulled out my hair because I didn't know how to cope with how I was feeling. I co-founded the Mental Health Association to create a community where teens can talk about how they're feeling and know that they're not alone. As Miss Washington Teen USA, I want to use my power, my strength, my resilience to help people in need.
If you were the governor of Washington, what changes would you make on the first day?
As the governor of Washington,
As the governor of Washington, my first initiative would to be incorporate my blessing bag initiative across the state. As someone who has experienced homelessness, it is something that's very real and we need to destigmatize it. Blessing bags are a gallon-sized baggie that has necessities that you and I take for granted, such as toothbrush, toothpaste, and a rain poncho as we live in Seattle. I think that destigmatizing and education in schools, showing people like me who have really experienced it and knowing that other kids are also experiencing it, I would take my platform across the rest of the state.
If not you, who among the other girls should win the pageant?
Of course, I would get this question.
As competing in my second pageant, I realized that we should all deserve crowns. Even though there is only one physical crown, one physical sash, we should all have the same opportunity to follow our dreams, and that's why all the contestants are on this stage, because they want to accomplish a dream. They may not have the crown and the sash at the very end, but they leave with a beautiful heart and they're more confidently beautiful at the end.
Traditional beauty standards are being defined. What do you think the new beauty standard should be, and how do you plan to influence that change?
I love that beauty standards are changing, and I think that the Miss Universe organization and here at Miss Washington USA, we are living that out as being confidently beautiful women. Everybody in the audience is cheering for a woman up here who satisfies that standard of being confidently beautiful. I know from interacting with everyone here that they meet that, and I think that the new beauty standard is being you. Swimsuit on stage here, it's not photoshopped, it's everybody being who they are. And I think that's what makes someone confidently beautiful.
What is a current event that has recently caught your attention and why?
Wow, there's a lot. I actually have a composition notebook of probably 15 current events that I followed preparing for this pageant. But one that has really touched me was there was a murder of an African-American man killed in his house from an ex-police officer. And from that story came the brother of the victim. He gave a hug to the person that murdered his brother, and the story turned into forgiveness. And I think the story was incredible because it showed us all how no matter what you're facing, you can forgive someone. And I think it's a magical moment that anyone can be able to learn from.
Describe to us the importance and relevance of each category in the Miss USA competition.
The Miss USA competition has so many important components, and each one represents each part of a confident woman. Interview. Women should be able to speak their mind, and talk about important issues. Swimsuit. Fitness is important. Caring about your body, sticking to a routine, and doing the best you can to exemplify that on stage. Evening gown is my favorite. It shows class. It shows poise and elegance, which every Miss USA should possess. And overall, the next title holder should have all of these qualities to represent us at nationals.
Now the first runner-up